Well, good morning. This morning I have found myself in the little town of Port Angeles. Now, Port Angeles is a busy little town because it is used as kind of a gateway to the Olympic National Forest and the Olympic National Park, as well as it's an easy way to get to Canada from here. There's a ferry that will whisk you straight to Vancouver Island. It's a popular town for travelers, and I find this town just to be a really comfortable place to be. So whenever I get to Port Angeles here, I usually linger for a little while. So I came in here to Port Angeles so that I can stock up on things and get things done. There is a grocery outlet here in town, so I went in there and got stocked up on a few things. There's also a really nice little natural food store here that I just adore. It's just a fantastic little store. So I went in there, got a few things that I couldn't find at grocery outlet. The one thing I didn't buy was coffee, and I am getting a little bit low on coffee. Whenever I get down to this amount, I start to get a little bit nervous. So I probably should have bought some coffee at the natural food store. Kind of would like to stock up before I run out. I think I do have a backup bag of coffee, so it should be okay. Since everything is taken care of, my laundry's done, got food stocked up, want to get out and do a little bit of walking here. I'm not really up for a big hike today, but I would like to do a little bit of walking. Yesterday I went out to the visitors center for the national park, for Olympic National Park here. Today I'd like to get out, maybe a little out of town, and that'll probably be good because it'll keep me away from the stores. I need to stop just running in the grocery stores whenever I need something, or whenever my brain tells me I need to get something. I've got coffee. I don't need to go run and buy more, so I need to stop thinking about that. So this is where I parked last night. Nice quiet neighborhood. There's a hotel right here, and then there's just a house beside me here, so just a nice place to be, I think. And straight up ahead here is a very nice view down to the ferry terminal and downtown. So right down those steps there is the kind of downtown area, and just a block or two up is that natural food store I was talking about. I don't want to go down there, or I'll be tempted to go in and buy coffee, which I said I wasn't going to do. So I think I'm just going to get back to the van, get on the road, and we're just going to go out of town just a few minutes to get to a spot that I've been to plenty before, but I really like, so I'd like to get back there today. Well, I don't exactly need gas, but I figure I'll stop and fill up here. I've got 3/4 of a tank, but this place usually has the best gas prices in the area, and also I would rather give my money to the local tribe here than I would just a big corporation, so I usually fill up here. I think I might try to get some propane too, because I've got really good price on propane here, and I do need propane more than gas. Okay, didn't need too much. That's fine with me. But as I was starting to get gas, look at what happened. Somebody drove off. The hose actually whipped up and flew toward me. That is the first time I've ever seen somebody drive off connected to the pump. It's a little scary. Well, I feel bad here. That lady that drove off with the pump still attached to her truck is just driving off, and the attendant's trying to flag her down. Well, I feel bad for that lady, but then again, she just drove off. He ran off and was trying to wave her back. She looked right at him and took off. So she's probably not coming back here for gas anytime soon. I kind of don't want to get propane now, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway, I think. Okay, I went ahead and got some propane, and I'm happy that I did because that's the best price of propane that I've seen in a long time. So good to fill up when it's at least somewhat reasonable. Even though the gas wasn't the cheapest in town, again, I'd rather spend my money with the tribe than somebody else. So all good around. They're super nice in here too. Weirdly, I was talking to the attendant that was filling up my propane. He said this is the second time somebody has driven off with the pump still attached to their vehicle. I guess the earlier one, they were able to just pop the handle back on the hose, but this one they think it's broke somehow, which is why they wanted to track her down, the lady that did it, because, you know, they say she's liable for it. So they're on the phone trying to figure out what to do. What a weird situation. Twice in one morning? Come on, this is crazy. I've never heard of this before. Okay, let's go.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Olympic Hot Springs Road.
Well, here we are. This is it. This is the Elwha River. And it's looking a little different than when I was here last. But it's still just really beautiful here. Now, unfortunately, there's a bit of a haze in the air. I believe it's wildfire smoke. I tried to look up and see why it's so hazy out, but must be wildfire smoke because there are some wildfires to the east of us here. Air quality is not so good here. It's usually much more beautiful out here, so I feel bad that I'm not showing you this on a really clear day, but I have been here in the past. You can go back and look at some older videos of mine that are much more beautiful, show this off the way it's supposed to be. But I am happy to be back here, so a little haze is not going to bother me today. Now, this is Olympic National Park, so I should probably be smart here and get my America the Beautiful pass out. I've never noticed them check before, but I do have the pass, so I'm gonna just put it in my little display tab, just in case. All right, now the other thing is lose this down jacket. It was chilly this morning, but it's warming up nicely today. I didn't even think I need a jacket. This is nice. Well, I come back to this spot for a few reasons. One, it's just really beautiful out here. The river is quite nice, and we'll go take a little walk closer to that in a moment here. But this is just a really easy spot to have just a lot of prettiness around. Just drive down this tiny little road, get all these great views. Fantastic little river spot, and if you just walk up this little trail here, just a few feet from the parking area, there's a cool little waterfall. Not much of a waterfall, but definitely worth the couple of feet you gotta walk to get to it. So let's go do that now. Well, now that I'm in the shade, I might need a sweater. It's a little chilly. Definitely not gonna need that down coat I had on earlier, but might need to get my sweater out. This is such a nice little waterfall, and the payoff is huge for such a short little walk. It's just a few feet away from the parking area to get to see this. I just can never help myself to wander back here, and today is kind of special because there's nobody else here at the moment. Of course, no sooner do I say that than a nice couple walk around the corner. Catch me talking to myself. So cool little waterfall, but I came out here to see the Elwha River. So I think I'm going to do something I normally don't do and prepare a little bit because I'm going to take a little bit of a walk. Let's get back to the van and I can put together a few things. So I am snacking on some smoked cheddar. This is some of my favorite cheese here. This is Tillamook smoked cheddar. They had this for sale at the grocery outlet I went to yesterday, so I splurged. I have not been buying very many sweets lately, and I wanted some sweets, but I decided probably the smoked cheddar would be a better decision. It was either sweets or smoked cheddar, so I opted for the smoked cheddar, and I think that was a good decision. Now, I'm getting my backpack together, and I'm going to take some water. I've got my water bottle filled up, and then I've got some snacks. I bought these Lara bars months ago or longer. I don't know how long I've had these, but they've been hanging around quite a while, and they're pretty smashed up. So I'm going to eat these today on my little walk because they're probably due to be eaten. And I think I've got everything I need. Usually I don't do this. Usually I just take off for a walk and don't take anything with me. And then I wished I had something with me. Oh, let's see. I do need that sweater, right? Let me take my sweater here just in case. So, normally I don't think ahead, but today I'm going to do that because if we just walk up that trail a little ways, we're going to get a beautiful view of the Elwha River, and you'll see why I like it here so much once we get up there. First, I need to finish my cheese. Well, I don't know how far I'm going to walk here today. Might be a mile, might be 3, but at least I'm prepared today, so I can make that decision as we go. Hey, horses. Okay, so apparently these are mules. Probably those of you that know about animals knew I was wrong there earlier. Just letting you know that I now understand that these are mules and not horses. Okay, let's carry on. So this road that we're walking on was actually a service road to get up to a parking area for Olympic Hot Springs, and that would put you about 2 miles away from Olympic Hot Springs so that you could park there and then just have a short 2-mile walk up to the springs. And there's places to backpack up there too. Unfortunately, a few years ago, the Elwha River here changed course and took out the road, and we are now standing at the point where the Elwha River has taken over this spot, and the road used to go that way. Does not anymore, obviously. If memory serves, it actually took out 2 different areas of the road to get back there. So the Forest Service actually went through and made a little hiking trail to go around this, and I probably should be walking up that hiking trail. Unfortunately, it's really steep, and I'm just not into a real big, heavy, technical hike today, so I just thought I would do this little walk. And plus, too, I wanted to be close to the Elwha River. It's really pretty here. Well, even though we've run out of road, I think I want to just keep going here. So years ago, I walked this trail, which at this point, because of the river taking out part of the trail, a lot of it is road. Now, this is part of the little trail that the Forest Service had helped put in so you could get access back to Olympic Hot Springs, which that's where I was heading. But because you have to park way back there, that means it's 10 miles in 10 miles out. And I actually did it in one day. Me, that's never in very good shape, did it in one day. And I remember getting to somewhere around this section of the trail on my way back to the van and thinking, I can't walk anymore. I can't do it. And I think it's about 2 miles back to the van at this point here. And I realized if I stopped, I probably wouldn't get up and I'd be sleeping out here all night. So I just made myself power through and get back to the van. I was really sore. That was a Sunday. I had work on Monday. I wasn't too productive on Monday, let me tell you. It was good though. I'm glad I did it. Very happy I got to Olympic Hot Springs. So it looks like we've met back up with the road here. So we might as well just keep going, right? Look at this. Messy, messy. My shoes and my pants are going to be covered in river silt, I think. There we go. Problem solved. Oh, one of the unfortunate aspects of the road getting taken out here is it has cut off access to this ranger station back here and all that they have going on. But it looks like they're keeping it up a little bit, at least. Probably with the use of those donkeys. Okay, I'm confused. How did they get these vehicles back here? Must still be a working road somewhere. Oh, maybe the donkeys brought the vehicles back here. That must be it. That makes perfect sense. I thought I was going to turn around well before here, but I just keep going, which is what I normally do. Glad I brought my water, or I would have been in trouble. Or I would have turned around long before now, one or the other. But this is so great to be back here. It was so many years ago that I did this hike that I was starting to forget about it. So this is kind of special to be back here and remember that hike back to the hot springs. Not doing that today though. Now, this is one of my absolute favorite spots because being up high here, you can see just how green the river is down there. I just love this spot. Although, those of you that know that I have a little problem with heights, this is a tough spot for me to record from. Here's another look at that green water. It's just incredible. This is so cool. I don't know why I've never come down to the water here before. Why have I not done this? I've always stood up on the bridge up there and looked down. Of course, you can see the green of the water better up there, like I said before. But this is so nice. I'm wondering why I haven't done this before. What's wrong with me? Don't answer that, please. Well, this looks like a good spot to sit and have a little snack. Get into these old Lara bars I've had forever. This one is gingerbread flavored. I really like these, and they only sell these, I think, around fall or so, maybe Christmas time. I forget because obviously it's been a long time since I bought these. These are date-based. They're mostly dates, and then they add other things to them. And these gingerbread flavored ones are some of my favorite. You know, it's funny, I had resigned myself to not come back to Washington this year. Figured I'd come back here maybe next year. There was just so many other places I wanted to visit. that have been on my list to visit for a long time, that I figured why drive back here to Washington? Just seemed like a waste of gas and time and all. But now that I'm here, especially here in the Olympics, I sure am happy that I'm back. Well, this has been a joy, but I should probably hit the old dusty trail because it does get dark here early since we're surrounded by mountains. And I probably shouldn't be hiking after dark. I mean, I prepared a little bit with snacks and all, but I didn't prepare that well. Well, until next time, you beautiful river. It's nice to be back for a little bit at least. Hey dude, you're going the wrong way. The van's the other way. Yeah, you're going the wrong way. Okay, I'm almost home here and back at the parking area. And I just thought I'd check the map here and try to see how far I went. I'm not really sure, but I think I only did just about 3 miles, not even 3 miles. So not much of a walk. But I did get out and it was beautiful and I enjoyed every bit of it. Yeah, there's an improvement. Black is probably not the best color to wear when you're hiking, but you know, I don't have any other colored clothes. This is it. So this is what I hike in. Okay, I got myself a little bit cleaned up, although I could probably use a bath, but I have more pressing needs. I need to eat something. And lucky for me, I don't have to cook anything because yesterday I made a vat of chili. Or would that be a cauldron? You're a wizard. I ate half of it already, but I've still got plenty. So I'm going to eat a nice big portion of this, which I just need to heat up. And then I think I'm probably going to make a sandwich too, because that would be good with this, I think. Okay, my dinner is ready. Glad I didn't have to cook anything. So I have the tiniest of grilled cheese sandwiches here, and then just a little cup of chili. I'm going to enjoy this. Okay, just finishing washing up my dishes here. I ate a little bit too much chili. That chili was good, but I made it kind of a little spicy and a little bit rich. So I didn't eat much, but maybe it's just because I was walking a bit. I haven't been walking that much lately, I don't think. 6 miles would be different if it was around the city, but had some hills and some rocks and things, so felt like a good 6-mile walk today. Now, let's go out and take a look at the river one more time since we're here. It's getting chilly again. I was a little warm on part of the walk today, which I thought was kind of funny because this morning I woke up I think it was about 4 in the morning this morning with a headache, and it didn't take me long to realize it was just a cold headache. And so I always keep a hat right above me within, arm's reach. So I grabbed it and put the hat on and immediately felt better, fell back asleep. If I'm not doing well with the cold already, I'm in trouble because the temperature is starting to change, weather's starting to change. Rain is on the way, and obviously cold is here already, at least cold for me. Once it gets down to the low 40s, that's chilly for me. Wow, it's just so beautiful here. I just really like this spot. And I think how I found this spot originally was just because I was hiking up to the hot spring all those years ago. And then I've come back here so many times, I've lost count how many times I've come back here. Sometimes I was just intending to drive on by, and when I get to the turn in the road, I just turn over here and come out and spend a few minutes, sometimes all day. Just such a great spot here. And I wish I would be able to camp here, but it is not allowed, although several people have told me, well, probably more than a dozen people have told me that they've gotten away with camping here, just parking here in the parking lot overnight. But I think it's only really allowed if you have a backpacking permit and you're backpacking out, say to the hot springs or one of the other places to hike to. I think they let you park your vehicle here, but technically camping is not allowed, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to go back into Port Angeles, or PA as the locals call it, because I need to have some cell service and I need to get some work done. So be nice to stay out here a little bit longer, but we all have a job to do, so I've got to get back to work tomorrow. Hey, thanks for tuning in today and hanging out with me. And thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.